1. 20,000 bones sit below Lower Manhattan, under what was known as a trade center. Under concrete pillars, you can find anything, allegedly. 40% of the bones belong to children under 12, all enslaved. Property built above property. 100 boxes worth of the enslaved, their belongings were found in the North Tower after its decennium crumple. A bruised string, archivists speculate. It could have been a slave's prayer beads, inscribed with his 99 names. My grandmother rolls each stone between her fingers. She too counts backwards. 2. Tell me, was my mother's face a terror in the cockpit or a terror below it, in the soup of mud and bitumen? The skin of my elbows hangs loose as a murmur. Sad girl litanies don't pay the bills or undo our architectures of longing. This I know. I wake daily to a world that is romantically invested in splitting me apart. Don't let me collude against myself. Don't let me believe I am what I am not. 3. He tells me to change the channel. He's sick of watching bodies that look like his own dying. Ya Rab, it's a fucking looped record. Puffs on a shisha pipe, apple fumes straddling the lounge, a sweetness that takes nothing from us. I flip to the satellite's distortion, a dubbed Bollywood picture. Kajal's icon unibrow, stitching, then unstitching into a bridge big enough to take us somewhere a little less red. This next poem is about thinking about the arbitrariness of language and being home even when you don't think you're home. And it's about an intersection in London, northwest London, where I'm from, where you find two roads. One is called, for some reason, Somali Road, and the other is called Asmara Road. It's called Asmara Road NW2. I have no name for what is throbbing in our cheeks. This place numbed our fathers with its rehearsals of grieving. It won't take us to. They don't tell you how criminally boring exile is. I mean, I hate to be underwhelmed, but this evening's dying sun won't allow that. Neither will the molten light, the heat a ripe fist against our napes. I feel like R&B and milk, Amira says, crossing then uncrossing her legs by the bus stop, facing the cemetery. We laugh as old bones dry. In a field opposite, rugby club boys nuzzle against each other's necks, their giggles like swinging gates. Here is where an afternoon eats its meal from the hollow of elbow pits. Here is all the uneventful, all the safe our parents came here for. Here is the dark spiral of our beginnings. And the last poem I'm going to read is called I Believe in the Transformative Power of Cocoa Butter and Breakfast Cereal in the Afternoon. Pick a sky and name it. The scriptures say there are 7. We have enough time. A fig bruised pink resting on the dashboard, tilted as if to say, get it over with, khalas. This breeze feels too much like an aunt tugging at our scalps. I think of how perfectly timed your buzzcut is, how the border was dotted with goats, lone whistleblowers against concrete skyscrapers. Here, in the country of your birth, we cross the Persian Gulf, leaving a lush behind us. Here lies the stark of my bracelets, green as Uganda. A tunnel above us reflected in a lucent drop of light on your cheek, this liminal state between island and man, between Africa and the peninsula, the world's 2 thick thighs or heartbreaks. Behind us, those we left behind still drink from time's cup, under the same stars a prophet gazed up at. They call them drones now, I think. Ahead, I know even less, except our feet hanging off a hotel bed, a geologic upheaval. Your mother sits in the glove compartment, the kuhl shedding from her eyes. I share you with her, the way we share our unbelonging and make a castle out of this bottled sigh they call living. I believe in a place where we can be ugly and poor and needy and still wear crowns. Take me there. Thank you.